Hey guys, so I've been meaning to make this video for a while. It seems like every time we make a video, we speak to each other, but a lot of times we don't respond to what everyone else is talking about in their videos. I mean, sometimes we have a theme, but we don't really take the time out to look back and respond. So this is my video responding to some of the things I've seen in all of our videos. So it's like a response to Legally in Your Pants. As a channel, I'm just going to be focusing on videos that were uploaded like in the past 2 weeks. The first video I want to talk about is Kirsten has a lot to talk about when she is talking about all the movies she's really excited to see this summer, and I'm really excited to see a lot of movies this summer too. The first is the Avengers Unite, because I don't particularly like superhero movies, but I did like Iron Man, so he's going to be in that movie, and I just think that it might be cool to see how he interacts with the other guys. Other movies I'm excited to see are Dark Shadows with Johnny Depp and Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter by Tim Burton. Also, Men in Black 3, I'm totally down to see that movie. That looks like it's going to be awesome. Next video, well, not really a video, the title always caught my attention. I always wanted to answer, did Stacy's mom have it going on? Yes. Yes, she did. There's just something about moms. Aaron likes to contra, so I actually went contra dancing once, believe it or not. When I was in Massachusetts, I was studying Sarracenia. By the way, that's kind of important. Sarracenia is a genus of a carnivorous plant, but I'll get back to that later. I was studying Sarracenia. One night, everybody's like, hey, let's go contra dancing, and I go, and it was not that good of an experience with me. I was apparently too bouncy, and nobody really liked that. It was the first time for me contra dancing. I didn't know like what the commands were that I was listening to, trying to do what everybody else is doing, and I'm like going wrong places. I don't know what's going on that well, so it was very uncomfortable, I guess. And me, I liked my experience dancing when as far as Dance Dance Revolution, which I loved to play back in college. Unfortunately, I don't have that much time to play it anymore, but Dance Dance Revolution, you have the mat, you're stepping on it, and it's more like bounce, 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 bounce. So when I was contra dancing, I sort of held that bounciness. Yeah, I mean, it was fun, but it was kind of uncomfortable, out of my comfort zone, and I just wanted to share that story since Erin has shared her contra dancing story as well. Josh at Anime Boston slideshow was pretty awesome. Most of the pictures that you posted, I was like, oh my god, that's so awesome. I wish I was there. And there are anime conventions and like here in New York, but I hardly ever go. I am more like to myself in my room. So that's where I'm at as far as my stuff. I'm introvert. Don't really go out much to do exciting stuff. Emily, your video, something something title, was awesome. Just because of this one screenshot here. That bouquet has a carnivorous plant, Sarracenia. I don't know the species or what hybrid it is, but it's awesome. Like I said earlier, I was studying Sarracenia in Harvard Forest, Massachusetts, and Sarracenia is actually my favorite genus of plants. It's a carnivorous plant, and it's a pitcher plant, and it's an American pitcher plant, which is pretty awesome. I actually own the only forum on Sarracenia, and many of the Sarracenia experts are there. It's just a whole forum dedicated to the genus, and I started it last year in the spring, and now it's got like over 100 members, and people are really, really interested in it, and I really want to know, really want like a clear picture. I know you said, oh, you get pictures when I get pictures, but of that plant, because that would be awesome to identify and just to have a look at it. And yeah, that's very cool that you walk down the aisle holding a carnivorous plant. It's awesome to me. Lastly, Aaron is fascinated by morbid things. Me too. We have a connection. You know, a connection with the morbid things. You were speaking a bit about the Hitler stuff and, you know, Diary of Anne Frank, and I feel less like fascinated by that, more like kind of disgusted. I know you probably get the same feeling a bit, but there was one Twilight Zone episode that I think you should watch, where one of the guys who was like one of the leaders in the death camps goes back to one of the concentration camps after it closes, and he's haunted by the ghosts of the Jewish people that were murdered there. And it was one of the like Twilight Zone episodes that I always remember whenever I think of the Holocaust, because just thinking about the horrors and all the ghosts from the past. Somewhere along the line, I think everyone else has spoken about the Hunger Games. I haven't really spoken about the movie that much, nor my opinions on the movie. But I do want to say this. I'm not going to pull up and show screenshots of all the videos, but I do want to say this. A lot of times when you see reviews about the Hunger Games, they mention Battle Royale, they mention Battle Royale, they mention Battle Royale, and nobody everyone's like, oh yeah, Battle Royale, but I don't think anyone knows how different Battle Royale and the Hunger Games are. I actually own 2 copies of Battle Royale, the director's cuts, and the thing about it is, if you haven't seen this movie, highly recommend it. It's Japanese, so it's gonna be subtitled. Yes, I know how horrible we're gonna have to read, but this movie is 10 times better than the Hunger Games. Hank, I think, in one of his Vlogbrothers video, I don't know if it was on his main channel, made a good point of saying like the Hunger Games sort of glossed over death and it was more like theatrical than really emotional or gory. This doesn't do that. This is very emotional, very gory, very real. And basically, the idea of this is that every year they're sort of like the games. A class is taken, sort of like the worst class is taken out to the field to kill each other, and only one can survive. The reason for that is sort of like the Hunger Games, where the districts were going against like the government. In this, it's the young people versus the old people. The older people wanted to make sure the young people were in check, so they invented this law. The baddest class had to go out and kill each other till one person was left, so it keeps young people in check. This is the movie you have to see. If you're on Netflix or some other online source and you have access to this movie, go see it. If you don't have access to this movie, let me know and I will mail you the movie, and you can mail it back when you're done, but you have to see it if you haven't already. Again, a lot better than Hunger Games. This is gory. This is morbid. This is real. Whew. Like I said, I'm going to be starting a new hobby soon, but I don't really want to say what it is. You guys have gotten a few hints. I'm just going to give you another hint in this video, and that hint is beep. Try to guess what it is in the comments below, and I'll see all of you guys next week.